It is fucking warm! Hello my beautiful people and welcome to another Tuesday on the Den. It's me, the millennial that always tries to find a way to explain that avocados aren't actually vegan. You know, a man's keyring can tell you a lot about himself. That's why I'm a fan into Batman, Star Trek and Call of Duty. So that's why I'm going to tell you the 3 stories behind the Batman keyring, the Star Trek bottle opener, and the Call of Duty monkey bomb. But first I do need to fan myself a bit. Better. So the first story I'm going to tell you about is this Batman keychain. It's from my keys down there. This is when I was living in Corby, not like Manchester. Corby is a small town in the East Midlands from a place called Northamptonshire. Apparently if you breathe in you get pregnant. Not wrong. So whilst I was living down there, I always used to go visit a darling friend of mine called James. If you're watching James, then hello you. But yeah, we always used to go down to Northampton Comic Con whenever it was on. And I saw one of the stalls there that did like keychains and it looked really, really nice. So I thought, sorry, for my own pair of keys for my house, well, I say my house, to my mum and dad's, I'd wanted to spice up my keychain a little bit. So I got a Batarang, even though I know that you can get them off a Wish now, which is a bit like, meh. There's another reason why I like the Batman keychain, and it's going to sound a bit weird, but in China, the word for bat is close to the word to fortune. And if you have 5 bats, it is the 5 rebuses in China. So that's like good, long life, wealth, health, love, virtue, and peaceful death. Need to fan myself again, it's fucking boiling. Done. So the next story is how I got this Star Trek bottle opener keychain. Well, a darling friend of mine, Stephen, this is now coming up to when I'm living in Lancashire. We went to the Star Trek exhibition in Blackpool. Now, I don't know if it's still open or not, but it was really, really interesting in there. As a person that's getting new to Star Trek, I'm enjoying it so far. So anyway, so we went to the Blackpool exhibition. To my surprise, I was really hoping that we were getting meeting by like ensigns or red shirts, but it was just a man in a white shirt and a pair of jeans, which kind of upset me. Anyway, so we went around, we saw like all the props from the classic series up to Voyager. What else did we see? We saw tribbles. We saw some outfits from the original Star Trek films, and alongside that, we had a creepy Scottish bloke following us about. So the first attraction that you could get your picture taken on is the transporter thing on the ship, on the Enterprise. There was a specific app that you could use that made it look like you were teleporting to, I don't know, home of the DFS super sale. I don't know, something about sofas. So all of the Trekkies would line up, get their picture taken. There's me with a Doctor Who t-shirt on because getting new into Star Trek and it was sci-fi. Stood on the outer rings of the teleporter and I'm getting moaned at by a lot of Trekkies. This Scottish guy put me into the centre, which I thought was kind of weird. He was manhandling me a little bit. So the bloke musters up the strength as we're going around to, like, round the corner from the gift shop. He asked me and Stephen what our favourite Star Trek film was. Me being me, wasn't a good Trekkie at the time, so I turned around and said, I like the one with Simon Pegg in it. He got a bit miffed at that because he thought it was really shit. But then he asked me what my favourite series was. And I immediately just said The Next Generation because it's got Patrick Stewart in it. And I like him as Professor Xavier. So the guy got a bit pissed off at my answer and said that I wasn't a proper Trekkie and I didn't belong there. So he tried to pick a fight with me next to really expensive, like, merchandise from the, like, 60s onwards. You don't do that. You don't try to knock a kid out next to expensive stuff like that, because it's not going to make you look good. So as the guy's getting a bit riled up with my answers, Stephen tries to stay out of it, and the security guards come along and tries to, like, diffuse the situation. I go into the gift shop and he tries to pick up a massive sword curvy thing What's it called? The one that Wolf has. Batlift, that's the one. That's the one. I know I remember it. He tried to pick up that. He got escorted out, and I got a free keychain for being a victim of something. Yeah. So the last one I'm going to tell you about is this little monkey keychain here. Yay! So that keychain's not got an eventful story, so I'm going to have to try and spice it up. So one day, me and my friend Dylan were walking around town. All of a sudden, there was a giant dragon in the sky. We were like, oh no, there's a dragon in the sky. So we both ran away into a local game shop, and I was like, oh my god, I'd like that. And he was like, okay, well, go way outside. So I had a cigarette, watched the dragon, like, you know, burn shit. And he came out and was like, happy birthday. And I was like, oh my god, what is it? And he was like, open the bag and find out. I was like, oh my shit, it's that keychain I was just looking at. How convenient. And he was like, yeah, it cost like $1.99 and they like undercharged me. And I was like, mon Dieu! And that's how I got the Monkey Bomb keychain. Must fun! Anyway, that's enough from me today. If you like what you saw, please leave a like and a comment down below. And hit the notification bell so you can keep up to date with all of us here at the Den. Make sure you tune in to next week. What am I on about? This week to see what the rest of the Den boys up to, and I'll catch you later.